Good morning, GDQ. I cannot express enough how happy I am to be here. I'm just going to start by saying that it's been a dream of mine for 10 plus years or something to finally do a run on the GDQ stage. And we're here. We made it. It's awesome.
It's like Cooper made it.
We made it. I'm going to be doing one of my favorite games of all time. We're going to be doing Sly 3, Honor Among Thieves. We're going to be doing just episode 1. So, as I said, I'm Nave357. Joining me on comms, we have Zik.
Hi, I'm back.
He's back. We also have Stevens.
Hello.
They're going to be helping me explain the run, talk about what's going on and everything. And I think I'm ready. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Awesome. Well then.
Speedrun Sly 1, 2, and 4, so I am an expert to talk about Sly 3.
Yeah, the perfect candidate. Time will be starting as soon as I select Sly here, and I'm gonna go ahead and give us a countdown. We'll start in 3, 2, 1, go!
Good luck.
Thank you. So as all good speedruns start, we immediately start with a cutscene. You'll notice that we are playing in English, and I'd like to point out that normally the optimal language for episode 1, we play in Dutch. So I will be taking an intentional 47-second time loss to just language, which is pretty significant, but
Worth
I
it.
figured, yeah, for the fans, I figured for the fans, the...
Episode 1 is just so good.
Oh, there's so many good dialogue lines. I cannot wait to show you guys. Gonna do a little bit of movement optimization here. Do some like circle boosts onto these spire points, which is basically when you just immediately press X to jump and then immediately, like within a frame, press circle to latch onto it.
Just to mention with the dialogue being English, the Sly games are really good about witty voice lines, especially Sly 3. And episode 1 is probably the most memorable.
For sure. Iconic. So right here, we're going to be introduced to Dimitri. If you played Sly 2, you'll remember that he is actually the antagonist of Sly 2, Episode 1. We beat him up back then. He's still in jail, obviously. But we kind of need his help now. The whole story of Sly 3, Episode 1 here is that we're looking for our friend Murray, part of the Cooper gang. But he left because he felt guilty about some certain things that happened at the end of Sly 2. So he is currently on like a spiritual journey to find himself, get some peace, and we're trying to find him and get him to rejoin the gang. So that like thought bubble that just came up, this is a unique thing that showed up in Sly 3 for the first time, where you can have like branching dialogue options during certain cutscenes, and the answers to them are always the same. So we just mash the button in order to get through that dialogue as quickly as we can. Now we just do circle triangle for that one right there. But there's a lot of really cool and fun dialogue options that you can do that are quote unquote wrong, but it'll keep the dialogue going on longer. So you stand here, talk to Dimitri, say some funny things.
Yeah, you heard Nave talk about circle boosting there at the beginning, and like he said, it's you can jump and sometimes double jump and press the circle button immediately after, and that just allows Nave to launch to either hit a railing or a spire point or all of the press the circle button triggers in the game, and it allows you to hit them just a little faster and minimize airtime with Sly, which is going to be used a lot. Anytime you see Nave hitting a spire point or something, he's probably circle boosting to it.
Exactly. I blinked, but I think I saw like a menu come up. Stevens, you're like a Sly moderator, right? Could you explain what's going on there?
So in Sly 3, recently there's been a change in the rule set for additional gadgets. Any gadgets that are unlocked that you can buy before actually starting the episode, you can buy. The only thing is you can't equip them in episode 1 until you actually get into the episode. So right there, Nave equipped Smoke Bomb just to make his life a little easier. There isn't any like big time saves with it, just to make it easier so guards don't catch him in certain areas.
Yeah, and in later episodes, you are allowed to have your gadgets pre-equipped, but due to the nature of how in a regular playthrough, you wouldn't normally even be able to have an opportunity to equip them for episode 1. That's why you have to do it during the run. So I'm gonna do a little, I'm gonna take this kind of slow. All right, I took it a little cautiously there. Wanted to make sure I didn't mess up unlocking Dimitri's cell.
I've messed that up plenty of times.
It's so easy to mess up. There's a pretty infamous line in Dutch that Dimitri will say while you're unlocking it, and the goal is to unlock it quick enough that he actually doesn't say it at all. But you'll just have to watch some Dutch runs to know what I'm talking about there. So yeah, we're going to, in order to free Dimitri, hello assorted meatheads, we're gonna get these cops' attention and have them chase us outside so that they don't notice Dimitri slipping on out of here. And we didn't even introduce Carmelita here. You guys want to talk about her?
Yeah, Carmelita is our recurring character throughout the series that works for the police that is constantly chasing Sly. So Carmelita is going to be trying to kidnap us here, and Dave's going to be running away from Carmelita. She should not be able to... she'll be shooting at us through this entire time, but she should not be able to actually hit us through optimal movement and circle boosting and whatnot.
Hopefully.
The last rail, maybe, who knows.
And shout outs to my friend Cinder Kit on the back couch over there doing her Carmelita cosplay. I appreciate that so much. As you can tell from the witty banter between them, they are sort of like a love interest to each other, but, you know, being on opposite sides of the law.
And fortunately or unfortunately, Carmelita's voice actor has changed in every
single game. I will say, though, in Sly 4, her voice actor is Gray Delisle. Amazing voice actor. And once I realized that, I was like, oh my god, that is so awesome. Messed up that jump a little bit, but it's not a big deal. At least we didn't fall in the water.
Yeah.
So...
Not too much speedrunning tech.
Oh, it was close.
I thought she was gonna hit me for sure. So here's Murray, Inspector Fox. For some reason, he was down in the sewers.
Just popped out of the sewers.
Not really sure what he was doing down there, but I guess we're heading back in. If you've played the previous games, you know that he doesn't normally wear an outfit that looks quite like this. But as I mentioned, he's sort of on his spiritual journey. He has a guru teaching him how to find peace and everything, and that's what he's talking about right now. The dream time is the method or whatever.
What's going on in the background there with the water?
Yeah.
That's not looking good.
Yeah, that doesn't really look like a normal water fountain or drain pipe. Looks a little dirty, so that's what Murray's here for. Part of his...
Not return until the black water ran pure.
Not return until the black water ran pure. So that's what he's here for. He's in Venice, Italy, trying to clean up the water supply, I guess. And what he doesn't know is that there is a local mob boss named Octavio who is dumping a bunch of tar into the rivers for whatever reasons. He's mad that people don't like opera anymore, so he's just gonna pollute the earth, I guess. Right here, I'm going to do a game reset. And the reason we do this is...
I can't read any of that.
Yeah. The reason we do this is that Bentley will have a long, literal slideshow where he explains our plans and what we're going to be doing next. So we just reset the game to skip that. And then while we're waiting for the game to load up, I would love to hear some donations.
I would love to give you some donations. We've got $20 from Tomomodachi. Says, hey Nave, so proud of you and even more proud to call you my friend. Cheering you on from the back couch, you got this.
Aw, thank you, Momo. I appreciate that.
And we got $15 from Wild Cherry Meteor. So hyped to see Sly Cooper back at GDQ. Best of luck to the runners this morning, and always praise the Murray.
The Murray.
The Murray. Time for one more?
Yeah, we got one more.
We've got $10 from Hannah, who says the Sly Cooper games were a huge part of my childhood, so of course I had to donate during the Sly block. I can't wait to see these games get cracked open. Trans rights.
Woo! So you guys might have noticed there was a quick menu that popped up right there. You do not want to press square on that menu. It's asking if you want to go to the hazard room, which is basically like the training room of this game to teach you how to play the game. And if you press square, that'd be a huge time loss because you'd go to the hazard room, but we just press triangle to skip it. And you also might have noticed that I did a weird jump into that job trigger. Typically, if there's a job where the cutscene will be a binocucom cutscene, which is what you see on screen right now, it's their binocucom, imagine they're looking through the binoculars, basically. If it comes up with a Binocucom cutscene, you want to enter the job trigger in the air so that it skips like a 1 second long animation where they literally like take their hand and take their Binocucom up to their face. But if you're in the air, it'll skip that and just go straight into the cutscene. Minor optimization there. You guys want to help explain what I'm going to be doing here?
Right here, Nave is going into one of the more difficult jobs in this episode. Right now, he is shooting at the Blue Vipers, which is a gang within Venice. What he has to do is mash square as much as possible so he doesn't overheat his gun. You can see it in the bottom left. And then he also just needs to dodge all these boats, or you can take damage from some of them because you have plenty of health, but if you take too many, you'll die and the job will fail. But right here, Nave is mashing as fast as he can to get done with the job as quickly as possible.
Okay, that was actually, we did it before that bridge right there. That was pretty all right.
Really good.
Yeah, it's important to note that the Blue Vipers actually do move in the same like kind of pattern every time, so you can practice that over and over again to get a good exact pattern to move every time to get your shots in.
Carm, my beloved. She has no idea that we just protected her from the Blue Vipers. The Blaue Otters?
You'll notice throughout, Nave did a little bit at the beginning of this job, and you'll see it throughout the run that there will be periodic times where it may look a little funny, but Nave will be running with the camera pointed directly at the character, like looking behind you, and it running towards the camera. And it looks a little weird and jank, but that's actually movement tech, because Sly like 2 and 3 like to prioritize spawning guards within your field of view so they don't, like blindside you with a guard. So by turning your camera like that, you actually can manipulate.
Had a nice little bounce.
But yeah, you can manipulate guard spawns to spawn where you want them to.
Yeah, very good shout out. I just did it instinctually.
Yeah, it becomes something you just do.
We're going to a very important job right now called Octavio's Snap. This is an auto-scroller, but as straightforward as it is, there's actually a lot to juggle in this job. And we're going to be looking around, trying to collect coins, trying to snag some loots from the guards. So hopefully by the end of this job, we'll have like 270 to 300 coins or so, because we want to reach 400 by the end of the next job. That way we can afford a gadget called Adrenaline Burst for Bentley. And Adrenaline Burst is kind of like you might expect based on the name. It just lets him rush forward super fast.
Zoom in.
In fact, every usage of AB, as we'll call it, saves 2 seconds, especially if you can use it super effectively. So we definitely want to get AB. It'll save only like 10 to 12 seconds, but it can still be worth it, especially at like a higher level of running. But otherwise, this is kind of just an auto-scroller where we take pictures of Octavio as he's polluting the area so that we can, try to convict him of these crimes.
Yeah, as someone who learned this run recently, I definitely could say like, oh, it looks like you're just taking pictures. How hard could this mission really be? And like, I think this was one of the missions that I lost the most time on doing my runs, because it actually is very difficult and you can get messed up very easily between guards and Octavio seeing you. Some of the checkpoints can be a little punishing. Smoke bomb coming in clutch here.
Yeah, I'm gonna just take a break from that guy. He needs to chill.
He needs to chill.
He needs to chill.
Surprisingly, in the auto-scrollers in the Sly series are actually some of the most difficult missions.
Especially when you need to farm coins.
Yeah, because in full game, that's where we spend all of our time farming coins for the gadgets we need. Or like in 100% categories, that's where you would collect bottles, so you have to manage a lot of things.
What? This guy.
He just turned around for no reason.
Whatever's in his pocket, he really wants to keep it.
I don't want it anymore.
Yeah, I don't think you want it anymore. Let him keep it.
I can't believe that just happened. Oh, he has loot too.
Yeah.
Thank God. We need some real bad.
Yeah, if you're unaware of the Sly series, guards in Sly 2 and 3 can spawn
loot,
with...
yes.
Yeah, nice. Can spawn with different loot in their pockets, sometimes denoted by the glowing... You can see the little glowing effect behind him that lets you know that there's something good in his pocket.
Octavio's kind of close though.
Let's go. Getting good money.
If that first guy would have given it up, I would feel really confident about reaching AB, but I'm still in that zone right now of,
You know he was holding on to like the most worthless like bronze thing ever.
I shouldn't have killed that guy. I thought he saw me, but it's fine. So right here, if I'm in this is where Octavio's gonna do his next tar pump, but if I'm in a ledge grab state, he just won't see me.
He's so blind.
Hey, check this out. He's gonna do a super cool jump over here.
He's gonna see you. He's gonna see you.
Nah. I'm going to try to... Nice, okay.
Nice.
Job failed, oh no, but that's actually a good thing. So that actually saves like 1 second because otherwise you have to wait on Octavio to jump back to where he was. So you just don't have to wait on him.
Actually, bro, you could do it like that. I've been doing it where you ride the water wheel, take
Yeah.
a picture, and then fall in the water.
You can ride the water wheel down and that works too. I've been finding that method I just did has been a little more effective for me. Not only does it save 1 second, but it also refreshes the area. So if you're not finding loots, you might reload the area and get a guard who does have one, which is really nice. And thankfully we did. So I'm actually feeling pretty good that we will be getting Adrenaline Burst in this run, and that makes me super happy. I'm very, very glad about
I was
that.
surprised how many guards had loot. Because you can do this entire job and only see one guard.
Yeah, it's completely RNG dependent, but except for that one guy, the rest went pretty well.
Octavio, come on, man.
Plus, your lowest loot was the silver pin, which was 50, so they're all pretty solid.
Yeah, you can really underestimate how many coins you can get from just breaking freestanding objects. The chairs, the flower beds, you can actually get a lot from all that stuff. But we're actually getting pretty close to the end of Octavio's snap here. We're just going to collect a few more coins. Then we're going to ride the Ferris wheel. Yay, so much fun. And then that'll be the end of Octavio's snap. So
And we're learning the limits of Bentley's morality, which is the dead fish.
yeah,
That's his limit.
once you take out the fish, Bentley is no longer your friend. Despite the fact that in Slide 2, Episode 7, he may or may not have literally been blowing fish up in a river. But let's just ignore that. So yeah, while we basically watch the ending of this job here, I'd like to hear some more donations, please.
You got it. We've got a $50 donation from, and I'm going to do my best with this name, Siasogun, who says, I usually drop a big donation at the end of the event, but I just had to donate for the CAF boss fight incentive for Void Stranger. For people who don't know anything about Void Stranger, that fight is absolutely bonkers, so get those donations in. And we have passed $2,000 towards that $5,000 incentive, which is already more than $700 since I sat down.
Nice, guys. Let's go.
So let's keep it going. I want to see that boss fight, and I know you do too.
We got time for more.
Great. We've got $250 from Peanut Butter Kelly Time. Says, my then boyfriend introduced me to GDQ in 2019, and I've been a loyal watcher ever since. We just celebrated our first wedding anniversary, and since Sly Cooper is one of our favorite series, we thought this would be a perfect time to donate. Thank you to everyone who makes this event so incredible, and good luck to Nave on the run.
Thank you. Happy anniversary, and thank you for the donation.
The dark side of electrical engineering.
The dark side of electrical engineering. That's another pretty famous line. Right?
Save the fish.
That'll do it.
We got double loots on these guards, but one of them, the one that doesn't have loot, well, I mean, you know, maybe he should pay attention to his surroundings. Look out! Oh, okay, well,
Get a few coins.
Yo,
on
get
them.
those coins.
yeah, true. I guess
Four.
we picked them up.
He was a poor guard.
Poor guard, in more ways than one. Gonna be doing what Zik was talking about a little bit here with the GSM, the guard spawn manipulation. Just keep my camera pointed another direction so that they don't spawn directly in front of me as I try to get to this next job trigger. And again, touching that job trigger in a way where I jump into it, swing my cane, that way I'm not pulling up the Binocucom and losing a second there.
I don't know if you know that. I know in Slide 2, sometimes it really likes to sometimes prioritize like the edges of the screens too for spawning guards. Is Slide 3 similar in how it spawns guards?
I'm not like the biggest expert
Yeah.
on exactly how it works. It's kind of weird. Sometimes it happens directly in front of me. Sometimes it happens on the edges.
Yeah.
Oh, this guy also has loot. If this were a full game
Everyone
run,
has loot.
I would totally loot that guy. This is a somewhat new route where we jump over this fence rather than somewhere else, and it saves 0.3 seconds.
Huge.
So we'll take that.
From what I know from GSMing, there's like certain concentrated areas of the map where it wants to spawn guards more there. So if your camera's in that area, it'll try to spawn them right there.
Gotcha.
Functional and fashionable. What is he talking about there, guys? What's going on? I'm not a fashion guy. So.
Did you bring us copies of Sly 3 with the 3D glasses in them?
Oh, I didn't. That's what it is. Yeah. So on the
How are we
original
supposed to do
PS2, you can. They have 3D glasses, and some sections will have 3D areas, and it's actually really cool. And what I just did there was I entered Bentley's dialogue trigger area, exited the trigger area, then re-entered it, and that skips him talking a bit and gets straight to him doing the countdown for us to open this door. I'm trying to collect coins as I can before he counts down. There we go.
Counts so fast in English.
Yeah, I was about to mention that too. In Dutch, it's a lot slower compared to English.
Really?
And since I've been trying to do some practice in English, it's been a weird adjustment. You can, I feel like I get a lot more coins in that room in Dutch because I just have more time to do it.
Yeah.
This is a pretty tight platforming section here in the Opera House. Ideally, we don't take damage, but if we do, it's not the worst because we do need to take damage later for a death abuse cutscene skip anyway.
Yeah, throughout this entire area, Nave is going to try to optimize all the little movement. Right here, he's minimizing how high he jumps. That way, because when you're on the ground, you run faster. He's going to be doing circle boosts to get to the next grabbable objects faster.
This
Running
is like the worst cycles of all time.
You got every single one.
Get some circle boosts. He's going to be skipping the spire points. Around these... you see the blue auras, you're supposed to sneak around it. He's going to jump and grab on so he can save time there. And then jumping and running around these lasers.
That's always so satisfying.
Yeah.
I'll have to say I had a much, much cleaner segment here in practice earlier, but we'll take this. It's
That's how it works, right?
for sure.
This guard, let's just, yeah.
He's in the drink now. It's really funny. We can potentially see it on a second door coming up soon, but sometimes you can run past them and press the button, and the game doesn't really know what to do with the guard, so it just despawns in front of you. It's pretty funny.
I like not hitting this one because then Bentley's bomb hits him.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes. If he doesn't, like, move out of the way, which can also happen. Here, we're just going to crawl through these vents to get to the next area.
It's the worst air vent I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's a bit drafty in here, but if you notice the area below me, we will actually be in that area playable later during the operation, and this guy has loot. I typically hit the guards just because if you don't, sometimes they just don't see you. Despite the fact you're literally right in front of them, they just won't see you. And so Sly will try to pickpocket them, and I'm like, no, please, I'm trying to press the button right now. Here's where I'm going to take some intentional damage for the death abuse CSS I was mentioning, as the guards just run into the lasers as well. They're not the brightest.
Yeah, it's a pretty classic thing in a lot of Sly speedrunning where there's a lot of cutscenes or dialogues that take a lot of time, and you want to find any way possible to skip them, which usually Nave showed you can reset the actual console. You can do something like he did with Octavio where you fall in the water and like fail the job, or you can use the death abuse to skip certain sections.
For sure. My coin count's currently at 362. I'm pretty positive we can get to 400 because what we're going to be doing here, we're going to initiate a sequence, a 1 minute long sequence where we're just going to fight guards and collect the coins as they are defeated. And typically I get maybe like 50 to 60 in this segment, so I think we'll be all right as long as we don't have like major issues. We're going to use the fire pits to our advantage to get insta kills on them. But this is kind of just an auto-scroller, but with fighting. So if you want to read some donos, feel free.
I'm on it. We have got $100 from Carter WS, who says, had to donate during my favorite game series of all time. So happy to see Sly on the GDQ stage. Time to go get buried in my mommy's pasta sauce.
Yes. Yeah, that is a big reason we're playing in English today. Cannot wait till we get there. 4 more, come on, guy. Oh, he gave me 3. What a jerk.
Oh, that guy got away.
Prioritize the coin. I don't need Bentley. I need the coins.
Yeah,
Bentley.
if that somehow was the last one.
Okay, well, this guy.
This
This guy. He's probably the last one. Nope, second to last one. There we go.
Download
Nice.
complete.
And we're going to be doing another game reset once this job ends to, again, skip the Bentley slideshow cutscenes to explain our next set of jobs. So, Kara, please continue.
Sure thing. We've got $10 from Kayla, who says, "Hey, Nave, congratulations on making it to the stage this year. This has been your dream the whole time I've known you, and I'm so incredibly proud of you. I wish I could be there. I miss you and can't wait to see you again. Love, your best friend and soul sister. P.S. Be careful, it's heavily guarded."
It's heavily guarded. Yeah, thank you so much. I was really hoping to hear from you.
Time for another one.
Yeah, for sure.
We have $100 from Devos, who says, "Putting this towards the CIF boss fight in Void Stranger. I pronounce it CIF myself because of what it's short for. Anyways, here's to a great game and a great cause." And we are almost halfway to that donation incentive now. We're at $24.40 out of 5,000. It is climbing fast, and I love to see it.
All right, I'm going to get a little focused up here for a pretty big skip, and we'll explain it after, I think.
Okay.
Just bought Adrenaline Burst that we needed the 400 coins for, and you're going to see it in action.
Yeah, this is one of probably the biggest skip in this episode. So let's get some silence for Nave.
Come on, bro, let's go. Come on.
Looks good.
Let's go.
Nice.
Oh, I'm so relieved.
Nice.
I am so
You
relieved.
can relax now.
That's huge. So that is what we call Tarball CSS, because this job is called Tarball. For obvious reasons, we are a ball and we are destroying tar pumps. Basically what happens there is that we get a guard's attention, we try to get him into a specific spot so that once we enter the job trigger and the cutscene starts, Murray's supposed to be walking in from off camera, as you probably noticed. But again, he's on like a spiritual, peaceful journey, right? He doesn't want to fight anyone. So if a guard's in his way, the game's going to be like, okay, we need to despawn this guard so that Murray can get to where he needs to be for the cutscene. However, once it despawns, it also interprets that despawn as fighting the guard, because I guess it's like killing the guard in a way. So that will initiate a job fail and skip a really long, like almost 2-minute cutscene of Bentley and Murray talking about their plans to destroy these tar pumps because, you know, at least he's not beating anyone up. He's just helping the environment, I guess. Ooh. Hello, sir. Can you... Thank you.
So yeah, like Nave did with Octavio earlier, falling in the water, it's kind of in the similar fashion, just saving, you know, like 20 times the time.
And it's so long that if I did fail it, you could reset the game and try again, and it's still faster. But I'm so happy to have hit that first try. That was sick.
It's so precise too, because if you're too early, the guard won't be in the way, and if you're too late, Murray will just squeeze between the guard and the table and make his way through.
Yeah, that's why we need the table and the chairs there to get guard and Murray stuck. Sometimes you have to do a very specific GSM the whole time. Sometimes Carmelita's patrolling the area.
Carmelita's there.
Sometimes a flashlight guard, if you don't GSM very well, will spawn and he'll ruin the whole thing. There's a lot going on, and it's pretty tough, but...
Having smoke bomb there is pretty nice instead of having to like jump on those poles to avoid him.
Definitely. It's definitely the best usage of smoke bomb in this episode, unless you get caught.
Unless a guard has something in his pocket he does not want to get rid of.
Dude, that guy.
It was probably his grandfather's bronze.
Bronze watch.
He's gonna have nightmares. What was it? So here we're going to be playing as Carmelita, which is really cool. First time in the series that happened. We're not playing just as Cooper Gang members. We're going to be playing as the law enforcement officer. And this is Gronk, Lieutenant Gronk. He is not a real cop. but he's got feelings, pal.
Got feeling.
And he's pretty famous in the community too because he's great. He's a good character. But he's just a mercenary, which is what they're alluding to. So we're gonna play as Carmelita to fight these Vincenetti goons, as they're called. And we're gonna be utilizing a technique called double shots, which saves a significant amount of time. If you guys want to help explain that.
Yeah, the double shots are really cool. So the way Carmelita's blaster works is every time you shoot, there's like a cooldown until you can shoot again. But you can speed that up by doing a kick and then jumping, and then you're able to shoot immediately after that jump. And it makes this whole job way faster.
Yeah, another thing you want to pay attention to is that each guard takes 4 sets of 2, so 8 shots. So I'm typically trying to count so that I know when they're about to die. And
Also, Carmelita's going through it.
yeah, what the heck just happened? I'm under the map. What happened there, guys?
Right at the end, as the last guard is dying, Nave is jumping into the water, so instead of just taking the normal damage from the water, which would be like 1 tick of health, he is falling underneath the map and hitting the death barrier. So as soon as that cutscene is done playing, Nave just dies. Holy crap.
You can take heavy damage in that transition. I have died because of that transition. They just totally wrecked me for whatever reason. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, but Nave will do it here again, and it will teleport Nave to the next area.
Just faster than running across town to get to the next section of guards to fight.
Also, like the noise it makes.
Yeah, the noise it makes is actually Bentley's death sounds.
Yeah.
I guess they just don't have one for Karm for some
You're
reason.
not supposed to have that happen.
Yeah.
Also, it's really easy to do. There's plenty of time after the last guard is like falling, and you can just like do Carmelita's super jump because she has that.
She has the mega jump. You can just launch yourself into the air.
This jump, yeah.
Yeah.
If you're in a ledge grab state when this cutscene starts, you will hard lock your console. So try to avoid that.
That's good.
Yeah, pretty short
You
job.
want to show that off?
I'm not. I'm good actually. Pretty short job, pretty simple. We just shoot some guys and then it's over. Job complete. Good job, Karm.
Then we're going into the most infamous job.
Oh, let's go.
I think when we're in at least the second and third guard dialogues, we'll probably just want to we'll just let the game do the talking there. But the idea here, this job is called guard duty. There's a bunch of guards who are stationed outside a bunch of coffee houses, and inside those coffee houses, there's a bunch of blueprints that we want to steal so that we can make plans on how to stop Octavio's schemes. And the blueprint thing is actually really cool too. I'm excited to show that off in a couple seconds here. But we're going to get access to a new gadget, I guess you could call it. It's a disguise, but we use our gadget menu to equip it. And whenever you're in a disguise, you will enter a dialogue with the guards who catch you while wearing it, and you have to repeat back a password to them.
These guys are not very bright.
We look a little different, but... Oh, okay. It didn't pick up my.
He looks stupid.
You look stupid. It didn't pick up my third X input there.
Yeah, you can actually start putting in the inputs for the password earlier than you would think.
I'm gonna take it slow.
Yeah, your favorite one.
Yeah, that's. I hate that one. If that's the worst thing that happens on the GDQ stage, though, I'll take it. That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. We have smoke bomb, so it's really not that bad.
If it wasn't like 7 in the morning, I was gonna say we should have got some pasta. But I don't think I want some 7 a.m. pasta.
You guys just had like a big bowl of spaghetti back there. That would have been great. I wish we had the guard mask. That would have been pretty funny too. With a big beak and I wouldn't be able to see the
just
game.
like huge,
Yeah.
like 2 feet long.
So yeah, we're going to transition between Sly and Bentley a lot in this job, and the Bentley sections are inside the coffee houses. And as I was mentioning earlier, we're going to be getting some blueprints inside of safes, and these safes are locked behind these paintings. So pay attention to the bottom right corner. We have to find the code in this painting. You don't see anything in the bottom right corner until you move the magnifying glass over it. There it is, 479, that's the code.
And in every painting, there's actually multiple of the same code.
There's at least 2, maybe 3.
I think 3.
Yeah. Another really cool thing about the paintings is that For one, the codes are always the same, so we just have them memorized, obviously. For two, the paintings are based off of previous areas from slide 1 and 2. So the one we just saw was Canada in slide 2. The next one, well, I'd like to just, maybe leave it up to chat. Maybe they can identify that.
Yeah.
I also like that Bentley has the Force. And it just pulls the blueprint to him.
Well, he did use the dark side of electrical engineering earlier.
True.
So
It's for the fish.
if Bentley were in Star Wars, he would be a Sith for sure.
That's just foreshadowing right there.
Yeah, force shadowing. Gonna use smoke bomb to our advantage again, taking a more direct route to the next coffee house than we used to before the additional gadgets update. And I won't mess up this password, I promise.
Yeah, we gotta let this guy.
We're gonna let this guy talk.
Soprano, soprano, bass, bass.
Yep.
Yep.
I'm glad you're here. Mom's making spaghetti tonight, and I'm
Oh, I'm stuck.
I'm gonna eat like 3, no 4 plates of food.
Guess that you really like a cooking.
Mamma mia, I want to be buried in her
Mamma mia. Man, I don't know if I've had pasta sauce that good. You guys?
Pasta's pretty good.
Said he wanted to be buried in his mom's pasta sauce. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's strange.
That's strange. Yeah, pretty iconic little section there. Everybody loves that. Lots of pasta sauce memes, that's for sure. But moving on into this next coffee house. The first one had laser security. This one has spotlights. I wonder what the third one's gonna have. You guys got any ideas?
I don't want to distract you or anything, but I just
Whoa,
don't
whoa,
think
whoa,
I've
whoa.
ever had
What's the
food
code?
that good.
Oh yeah, I didn't
What's the
check.
code?
I didn't check. I think maybe we'll brute force it. There we go. Yeah, we got it.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I messed up the middle dial, but that's fine.
Angry he gets when he gets the blueprint. Oh, we're
Oh,
zooming.
nice. Got stuck on a chair. That's cool.
This job actually has the most time save for AB in episode 1.
Yeah, so I mentioned a long time ago now that AB will only save like 10 to 12 seconds in just an episode run. Obviously, if we were doing full game, it would save a lot more over the course of the whole thing. But even that 10 to 12 seconds is pretty nice.
Not with the sauce.
Sly is lost in the sauce right now.
I like to think Eminem was a Sly 3 player.
Yes, now you're
Hold on.
talking sense. And then we eat.
And then we eat. Everybody eats. Shout outs to Marathon Man for the awesome Ratchet and Clank run earlier this week. That was great.
Very
Nave,
good.
are we eating after this?
Might be taking a nap after this. Doing a little light GSMing here. We do have smoke bombs, so it wouldn't be the worst if someone got in my way, but I'll just keep him out of my way. Now this guy, also
Oh,
pretty
no.
iconic.
What's the midnight password?
What is the midnight password? Oh, that one.
Midnight?
Alto, bass, alto, alto.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, you know the code, but what's my nickname? There's only one
Don't
in
be.
the payroll, and I'm famous in the family.
I'm a new, just got called in from Roma.
It's a pretty good Italian accent.
Rome. I'm practically the mayor of organized crime in Rome. You telling me you never heard my nickname there?
My cell phone's going off.
What's up with this guy?
Mein Mobil gaat af.
Okay.
I always love it, like,
The other guards in the area.
his voice changes from the code to his actual dialogue.
Yeah.
Halt.
I thought you got caught.
House password.
No. So I run behind that guard to get his attention and get him to run around. Dude, what is going on with these
gosh.
codes today? Are you stupid? I am, I guess. Come on.
Nah.
You there.
There we go.
What's the carnival password?
Setting password now.
And even right there where Nave is getting the guard's attention, he is also GSMing because right after this we're going to have to get another guard's attention to get the nickname because he doesn't know what's going on.
Don't wanna know. Yeah, so we gotta talk to two guards. Got an optimal one right here. That's great.
Night's password.
He is right next to Tony B. So God, I hate this code. As soon as I'm done talking to this guy, I can literally just turn around. Tony's right there.
That's the
This guy's got good dialogue too.
Forget 'em, you know.
You and me are both pals. Hey, you know what the Tony B's nickname is?
Yeah, that fathead likes to call himself Tony the Killer Bee. What an idiot.
What an idiot.
You there.
Yeah, these are
Tony's like within earshot.
literally right there. Yeah, what an idiot, Tony.
Hey,
Okay, so, Biggie Shot.
what's my nickname?
Oh, come on. Everyone's heard of Tony the Killer Bee.
Killer
The
Bee.
terror of every playground from here at the sea.
You think if Sly was taller, they would notice?
I don't know. I'm just laughing at. I'm just imagining Kevin Miller in the sound booth doing this ridiculous accent, and it's so funny.
Shoutouts to Kevin Miller.
Shout outs to Kevin Miller. What a great guy. Shout outs to all the voice actors in these games.
Don't take too long.
This is going to be our final coffee house, and you'll see why Adrenaline Burst saves so much once we're done in here. But we got one more painting to solve. You guys, what's the code? You guys know the code? Anybody write that down?
I think it's one something.
We even looked at the painting. I didn't write it down.
Yeah, I guess we'll have to. I don't know where it is in the painting. We might need a few extra minutes to look around for that. I'll just try to.
I saw it.
You saw it?
You actually did see it?
113.
Oh, okay, nice. Okay.
Good eye. That was a
Good eye. Thank you. As mentioned, the codes are always the same, so you just have them memorized. This one, though, triggers an alarm, unlike the other ones. And because of that alarm, a bunch of guards are going to be coming down on us once we exit the coffee house. We have to run back to the safe house, and that is where Adrenaline Burst saves a lot of time. Because, as I mentioned earlier, every time you use AB, like on a flat surface, if you're able to use it effectively, it saves 2 seconds every AB usage. So it saves quite a bit in this, like, I guess you could call it a chase sequence, or escape sequence might be more appropriate. We're just gonna zoom.
Bentley woke up and was like, what do I need in my wheelchair? Rocket.
Rockets. I failed the bomb boost. That's all right.
One thing I like to point out is like we're just mentioning like all the super big like important time saves, but there's so many minor things going on. Even like when we're exiting the coffee house, you stand in a certain spot so it skips a animation that Bentley has. There's so many tiny optimizations in this game.
It's the cool thing about running it. Like Slide 3 as a full game is very long, unfortunately. But it's something that comes with games that have very restrictive things like the long cutscenes and stuff, where people really grind down to find every minute little time save possible. Stand here, turn here, do this to just shorten it as much as possible. It's very impressive.
Yeah, take what we can.
The glitch hunting and strat finding community for the whole Sly series is genuinely one of the most impressive ones I've seen in a community. Things just pop up every day. It's impressive.
The amount of spreadsheets and timings
Yes.
I've seen for routings and just like different paths you can take and different job orders is insane.
Yeah, very precise community. So this job is called Run and Bomb, and it is because we will be running and we will be bombing. First one is just going to be right here. We're on a timer because the fuses for these bombs are pretty short. Rip
Would you
those
say it's like a
guys.
beast?
Well, yeah, it was kind of like a beast, but you know, it might not be like a ferocious beast.
Oh, okay.
You know, maybe the next one though. We'll have to wait.
Bentley should up his game.
Pay attention to Bentley here. There's a chance he might. Yeah, he's T-posing. Let's go.
Oh.
Asserting his dominance in the fireworks stand. Speaking of minor optimizations, that's another one. Spin attacking into this cutscene is another minor optimization. So just a little faster than him, like sort of slowly sauntering up to the counter. You can just spin up to where he needs to be. Fear the
You're the
beast,
beast, Nave.
This one you actually have a ton of time. Like, I'm not worried about it.
Yeah, you can get there, you can have a picnic,
Basically.
talk to a few guards.
You can actually get a loot during this timer if you need one. During full game runs.
Yeah.
go on a date with Carmelita.
Yeah, ideally, Carm actually shoots you during this section because we will be doing another death abuse cutscene skip later. She was sort of preoccupied with the guard. No big deal. We'll get her attention later, hopefully.
Here in a second, Nave is going to do a trick called Disguise Boost.
Disguise jump.
Disguise Jump. He's going to set like his height grounded position on top of this building. And then he's going to get close to the next position he needs to go to. And then he's going to jump, swing the cane, and spam Disguise, and jump at the same time to get back to that stored height. Same thing right here. You have to go into the water to be able to start it.
Is the water.
And then he's going to go up here and smack Octavia
Clean.
in the face. Very clean.
That was very good. Another thing we're doing, I jumped when I broke the sign so that during this cutscene, I'm already falling, so I'll be on the ground. That way, as soon as the cutscene ends, I'm already on the ground, I can immediately start running rather than have to waste some time jumping down.
Nave, you mind if I jump in real quick?
I would love if you jumped in real quick.
I just want to say we are flying on this incentive. We are at $32.65 out of that $5,000 goal. Thank you so
Let's go.
much.
Come on, we can get there.
Woo! And people are donating for that incentive. They're donating for pasta sauce.
Yeah.
We got $10 from Alnide. Says, I have to donate for the sauce.
I'm sure there's a lot of sauce in the chat.
We got $50 from Evanosaurus Rex. Enough with the sauce, mamma mia.
Hey, right here is the second big cutscene skip.
Sir?
It's gonna.
Hello?
Sometimes they're blind.
This guard's gonna see him.
Hang on, I'm gonna lure him over here
this
because he's
guy's
in a
being a little
pretty
weird.
bad.
Yeah. Hit him off the edge
Okay.
into the
Nice.
trigger, and then just die immediately and start this chase sequence.
Yeah, that was pretty good. That's a clapper. Come on, guys, let's go.
Not clapping for that guard though. He was
Yeah,
not
that-
doing what he needed
On
to.
both of these, the cutscene skips, the guard is just not crossed.
He was
Yeah.
he was asleep at the wheel, but that's not as big as Tarball, but it's still very large. It's something over a minute of them
I was-
just talking.
Yeah, I'd say around a minute.
And then we just immediately get into this chase sequence with Octavio. He's trying to kidnap Bentley. Obviously, it's pretty easy to get ahead of him, but we have to follow him.
I would say now would probably be good for a couple donations.
Yeah, I'd say so.
You got it. The sauce donations are all over. $500 from Beekeeper. I love this game, and I love pasta sauce.
Me too, man.
We've also got $150 from Ostrava.
Yo.
Says, hey, Nave, the run's looking good from the back couch. I'll donate another 100 during the run if you give me your best impression of Sly during guard duty.
Of Sly during guard duty? All right. Come on. Everybody knows Tony the Killer Bay. You're the terror of every playground from here to Sicily.
That was good.
That was really good.
Thank you.
We have
Yeah.
time for another one?
Yeah, we could do a few more. We're doing another game reset to
Oh,
our
great.
cutscene skip.
We've got $100 from Bentley.
Yo.
Says, enough with the sauce.
Sorry, Bentley. We'll get right on that.
We're not gonna stop talking about the sauce.
We also got $50 to Doctors Without Borders from Inferno the Great. Says, so glad to see not one, but two Sly runs at GDQ and getting to see some of my favorite people. I rediscovered Sly because of GDQ and have been addicted ever since. Good luck to Nave and Zek.
Thank you.
We've got $100 from Unlimited Warrior. Had to donate during one of the Sly runs. One of my favorite game series that doesn't get enough love. Jump and press the circle button. And we are at 2/3 of the way to this boss fight incentive. We're at $33.90 out of 5,000. Y'all are doing such a great job on that.
I'm sure we can reach that. Come on, guys. Probably read a couple more here.
You got it. Speaking of that incentive, we've got $50 from Neobari. It says more GDQ.
Oh.
Then we need more Void Stranger to get the CIF boss fight incentive. Thank you so much. $50 from Anonymous. It says good luck on the Sly runs. One of my favorite quotes from Sly 3. Guru says something in complete gibberish. Bentley, thanks, Guru. You always know just what to say.
Yeah, if you don't know who the Guru character is, he shows up in episode 2, and he literally, when he speaks, he's like, habada. He's like,
I think one of my favorites is what is it? When you see Mugshot later, he's like, "We got nothing nice to say. Don't say anything at all." And Bentley just stares at him.
And you know what? We just got $100 from Ostrava. Thanks for the Italian accent, Nave. Enjoy the pasta sauce and good luck on the rest of the run.
no problem, signore.
Yeah, Dave, I pointed out the water during the disguise jump thing because I was at dinner with Stevens Monday, and I was like, I just don't get that second disguise jump. I've just never been able to get it. And they're like, you're jumping in the water, right? I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. What water?
What water? You know, Venice, kind of famous for the water.
One thing to note here, another minor time save that can be big if you don't do it. Nave is jumping here because jumping into the skies is significantly faster than just walking.
And here's the big bad. Octavio doesn't recognize us, thankfully. I don't recognize you. Secret soprano password. This one is always the same. Somehow it doesn't actually have the word soprano in it, despite being the secret soprano password. But he doesn't recognize us, so we're gonna fool him into opening this double button security door with us. And then we're gonna be switching to Bentley to do a bit of destruction.
I'll be headed out to the stage. If it isn't too much trouble, would you help me with this double button security door?
Security door. So weird to hear these guys talk not in Dutch.
1, 2, 3.
I love how it's just called the double button
The
security.
double button security door.
Minor optimization I did there. After you press the button, you can walk to the middle of the door. So that way, during the cutscene, you can just immediately start going straight down the hall rather than go to the middle and then down the hall. Again, it's these minor things that add up, especially across like a 6-hour run.
Honestly,
So,
yeah.
After this little cutscene here, Nave is gonna do a room that I find pretty difficult. If you're not well practiced in it, it can go terribly wrong. There is 5 or 6 pumps in here that Nave needs to destroy by putting 3 bombs on it.
Is it 6? I don't doubt it. It is 6.
So he's gonna put 2 there. He's gonna throw 1, and then put 2 on that one, blow up the first one, and then throw it. He's gonna do that for all of them to get around the room the quickest and avoid these guards.
Oh, I'm so glad that guy didn't catch me on fire.
That one up there is the most awkward. It's hard to place bombs up there without getting hit or without getting pushed around. But Nave makes this room look really easy.
Yeah, that looked so clean.
Very good.
I always mess that up so much. The things are spinning, and I'm like Bentley trying to place a bomb, or I'm spinning like a carousel.
The guards will knock you around.
Nope.
The gadget we were using when I was throwing is called a trigger bomb, which we didn't really talk about, but it's used for tons of tricks in both Slide 2 and 3 and 4, for that matter.
Did you say it's a bomb you can trigger?
Yeah, as the name implies, it is a bomb that you can just throw somewhere and then trigger it whenever you want, rather than his normal bombs that are kind of like on a timer once you set them out.
More importantly, I hear we're about to sing on the game right now.
Yeah, there's going to be some singing, if you want to call it that. Some people might disagree with you. This is another reason this episode is really iconic. So yeah, Octavio is an opera singer. That's his whole thing. And the reason he's polluting the earth is he's mad that nobody likes opera in the modern day and age.
Fertilizer.
Mr. Tomato Fertilizer. So yeah, he is going to sing with us in this quote-unquote opera. I'll use that term lightly, but it's pretty funny. Hopefully the crowd enjoys that. Maybe we'll get some singers in the audience.
Feel free to sing along at home as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want the biggest laws in chat, especially for the ending. If you know, get ready for that.
Bentley has a beautiful voice, by the way.
Absolutely. So yeah, this is basically like just a little DDR section, I guess, if you want to call it that. We just have to match the inputs, just like that. I will say though, you do have to actually match square, triangle, and circle inputs. You do not have to match X inputs. You can just match those, and it's pretty funny. I'll do it one more time. It's just really silly.
Majestic.
Yeah, I am personally a fan of doing it like the normal way, if I have
Purist.
good rhythm, that is. Yeah, a bit of a purist, I guess.
The opera purist here.
The whole time that we're doing this, though, Sly, you might notice in the background, he's like undoing these ropes. The goal is that we're going to lure Octavio under the chandelier that the ropes are holding up. Then we're going to knock the chandelier down, take out Octavio, and make sure that he doesn't destroy like the city with his tar bombs or whatever. But yeah, I really do enjoy the song that plays, actually, especially this part. It sounds so like intense, you know?
Is there like a task out there that just mashes X in this part at like 1,000 times?
I'd love to see it. Just Bentley
We
just
just need to see Bacon Man do it.
yeah. Bentley lawing at like 60 FPS.
It just makes me think
every
of
frame.
that the Sly 1 task in the Ms. Ruby fight, where it just sounds like a fax machine with how fast it mashes.
Doing it input every frame possible. La 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 la.
I think this next one's the last one, or is it the one after?
We got one more.
One more.
The big law's coming up.
The big
The
law.
This is it.
big law.
Hope you guys like it. Thank you, crowd. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, let's clap that law in the crowd. That was good.
Unfortunately, Carmelita foils our plans. Trying to administer justice where she can is over. So Octavio survives. Now we gotta chase him down on a boat. This is gonna be like another canal chase sequence where we're just gonna mash the turret button, try to shoot him as quickly as we can. Tank a bunch of damage because we don't need to worry about our health so much as we need to worry about Octavio's health.
I love that Octavio just does his idle movement when he's standing on the boat.
Yeah, he's just like, gotta love it.
Time for a quick donation.
Yeah, we can get a couple in, I think.
We've got $100 from Lenanthe, who says, "Good luck on the run, Nave. This run is gonna be zalig."
Yo.
Oh, wait, we're playing in English?
Sorry about that, Lena, but thank you for the dono.
$25 from KOC. Says, "Good luck, Nave357. I'm excited that Sly Cooper's getting the love it deserves. All of us at the Dragon Den is cheering you on. You're
Yo.
doing great."
Thank you, Dragon Den.
$25 from the Shaded Master. "Hey, just making sure I didn't misplace my pasta sauce money, or worse, it got stolen. Mamma mia, what am I gonna do?"
This canal chase scares me a lot more. It's a lot tighter if you just
It scares me less because,
tank all those little bumps.
I mean, yeah, it is a little scary, I guess. For me, I'm more worried about the blow others just because I feel more ashamed if I get slow on it. While we're watching this cutscene here, I do want to go ahead and start giving a few shout-outs. Shout-outs, first of all, to Zick and Stevens for providing some great commentary for me. Really appreciate that. Shout-outs to GDQ for, helping me fulfill a dream I've had for over a decade. Being on the stage here has been like a surreal experience, and I'm just so happy to be here. It's so awesome. Meeting all of my friends and everything. It's been a great time. Thank you. Shout-outs, of course, to the Sly community as well. I want to give a particular shout-out to Canudi for providing really great Sly 3 resources. He's made a tutorial. He's still working on like practice tools and stuff. So that's really, really helpful. And Remo Christian, who's going to be doing Sly 4 any% at FinRuns today, actually.
I think his run might have already started.
Yeah, it's probably going on like right now. So shout-outs to everybody in the Sly community, and of course, gotta shout out Sly Golds. If you're interested in seeing the absolute fastest segments of any split in any of the games, go to slygolds.com and you can see all of that there. It's really cool. We also do Sly Golds events where we organize races and tournaments and bingo, like whatever. And right now we have something called the Aces competition going on, where it's like we have 10 teams of 3. So like 30 people, which for us is like huge. And it's like 2 teams go up against each other and they race episodes, and it's super cool. So I hope you get to watch and enjoy that. But for now, we're gonna be fighting Octavio, getting smashed a little bit on accident. Get in the tar, there you go. I'm gonna let you guys talk while I focus on this actually.
This fight sucks.
This is a bad start for me.
I hate this fight.
So there's 2 phases to this fight. There's 2 different sections. Each section can be one-cycled. It looks like Nate's gonna get that right there. You just have to deplete half of his HP before that tar goes away to get the 1 cycle.
Yeah, and the second phase here can be one-cycled, but it's extremely tough and a bit RNG dependent too, depending on what attacks Octavio does against you.
Also, Nave's about to do a little Murray triple jump here. by using the little ball ability after your second jump, you can actually get yourself a little like pseudo third jump there to clear that gap.
And a quick note, once Octavio is defeated, that will be time on this run.
Yeah, so you'll want to be watching his health bar in the top. Once it goes away, that'll be time. It's not very nice.
That's not very nice at all.
Kids game, by the way.
Well,
We skipped over Murray's raw line where he said he wants to floss his teeth with Octavio's spine.
yeah.
Kids game, by the way.
Ooh, I'm getting the thunder flops that Nave is doing is actually worth 5 punches.
I'm gonna take a healther for safety,
Yeah.
or not.
Maybe. Or
Yeah,
not.
I guess we're not.
God.
We'll just go get the tar and kill him. It's fine.
You got him. There's like 2 hits. 1 thunder flop maybe.
Come on. Time.
Time.
GG, excellent run.
So that's it.
Sub 59.
Hey, I'll take that.
Mamma mia, that's it.
Yeah, I got most of my shout-outs out already, but I just, again, thank you guys so much. Shout-outs to everybody in the crowd who showed up for this early morning run. Couldn't be happier. Could not be happier. You guys got anything you want to say?
If you want to, check out any Sly runs, Sly community is a great place to be. If you want to follow me, you can find me over at twitch.tv/Nave357. I have to get revenge for the hot fix.
Yeah. Thank you.